Most people think the goal is to move to a better country. It is not. The goal is to build a structure where your business, your income, and your options are not tied where you physically are. Because here is the reality most people still don't understand. You don't need to live in a country to build your business there. And if everything you have is tied to one place, you're exposed, not just to taxes, but to changes you can't control. Most people I speak to are already making good money, but their entire setup is tied to where they live. Their company is local, their taxes are local, their banking is local. And they assume that's just how it works. But let me tell you something, for an online business, it is not. You can literally operate globally, but your structure is still local. That mismatch is where the problem starts. Each of these decisions can be separated. Where do you live? Where is your company? Where do you pay tax? Where do you bank? And more importantly, they can be set up remotely. Guess what? You don't need to relocate your life to restructure your business. And once people understand this, their entire perspective changes. This is where jurisdictions like Dubai come in. Not as a place you have to move it immediately, but as a place where you can structure your business properly. You can set up your company remotely, you can open corporate bank accounts remotely, and you can start operating internationally without even being here, especially if you run an online business. And this is the part most people miss. They think, I need to move first, then set everything up. But serious business owners do the opposite. They build the structure first, then decide how and where they want to live. When we structure this properly for our clients, in many cases, we start everything remotely. Company setup, banking, full structure. So by the time they even consider relocating, they already have a functioning system in place. Not just a license, but an actual setup that works. So let me give you an example. Someone is making good money online, but everything is tied to one country. High taxes, no flexibility. And they think the only solution is to move. But after restructuring everything remotely to Dubai, they don't need to rush anything. They have a UAE company, proper banking, and the ability to operate internationally from wherever they are. That's the shift. What I do is not help people move. I help them remove dependency on one country. And then, if relocation makes sense, we do it properly. Because the difference between a good structure and a bad one is not small. It affects how much you keep, how easy your life is, and how scalable your business becomes. So, if you're running an online business and your entire setup is still tied to your home country, send me a DM or book a call with me using the consultation link below. Tell me what you're doing and where you're based. I'll tell you directly if restructuring makes sense for you or if it doesn't. Click the like button, subscribe because there is much more coming, and I'll see you in the next one.